Hi Priyanka, how are you?
Hello, a very good morning. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you so much for
Good
asking.
morning. Thank you for being here. I have invited Priyanka, who is a YouTuber and teaches some of the students and guide them to learn English. So we are going to have a conversation about her journey of learning this language and the kinds of tools she uses to learn this language. So Priyanka, before starting this session, please give us an introduction of yours.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me on your channel. It's such a
It's my
wonderful
pleasure. It's my
opportunity.
pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. So now I should introduce myself. As you can see on screen, I'm Priyanka Kushwa, and I'm connecting to you from Madhya Pradesh. If I talk about my education, so I'm currently studying in MBA. I'm in my second year of MBA, as well as I'm running my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
which is all about spoken English conversation. And nowadays, it's been almost three and yeah, I'm helping learners in communication and whoever approached me for like classes and all. So one-on-one sessions I'm taking at present. And yeah, just enjoying every bit of
Mm.
it, I can say.
Yeah, that's a very cool thing, to have one-on-one session with learners. Well, my name is Rooshan, and I am also a teacher, kind of teacher. You can say I'm working in a school to pay my bills. I
Uh,
don't really like that tag of call a teacher, but it is what it is. And I have started my YouTube channel where I talk about books, and I got this idea of recording sessions with people talking in English. And so this is from my side, and I'm going to ask a few questions and let's see how this conversation goes, right? I'm
okay,
quite
you
new
have
at recording
prepared
sessions,
me.
so I have I have no idea how to be a host. So let's try. It's a kind of a mini podcast. We can say that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Just talking
definitely.
and
And you're starting
so
something new out of your comfort zone. That's really wonderful.
yeah, it is. I've been a very camera conscious person. It's like I freeze whenever I try to speak in front of a camera. So my first question would be, how did you start? You know, were you always good at speaking in front of a camera, or were you also hesitant and shy?
Well, this is the question, frequently asked by like people and especially learners. So I should say that everyone start from the scratch. I used to face
Yep.
when I started this journey and especially YouTube and all. So it was really hard, because you have to face the camera and you have to be very mindful because you are, like videos are going to be online and everything. So,
Mm.
but still, I still, sometimes there is a hesitation. And as we talk with strangers, you're also a stranger for me. But now I'm habitual of this as time passes and as it's been a really good time, I can say. So it's like very comfortable, but earlier it was a problem. And by practicing and by conducting sessions, I am overcoming this hesitation, you can say.
Yeah, I think practice is the only thing which can help us to get used to speaking in front of a camera.
Yes.
I remember it was last year when I started speaking in front of a camera, but I didn't upload any of those videos. So finally, I feel that if I'm going to put it on the internet, there will be people watching it. But I'm getting used to it. So what was that thing you told to yourself, when you had started that that kept you going?
Okay.
How did you convince yourself that
Well, this is my
it's not
second
a big
channel.
deal?
It was, my first channel
It,
was different, and it was also about English, but I was not
yeah,
consistent. I was not that much motivated. I thought, yeah, it will be very easy and it's going to be fun to create videos, and it like that was my mindset earlier. But gradually, as as I started working on that, I thought, no, it's not like a cup of tea or just like a very easy task to do. So then I thought, no, I don't, and I was very in the, like very much cautious and very much confused with the thing, what should I upload? And especially in English, let's say what? Because maybe solo video or conversation video, I was really confused in the starting. But gradually, I thought, now let's delete this one and start from the very fresh.
mm.
And now I'm consistent on it. Yeah, so it is the thing that, like we face sometimes up and down, sometimes, but consistency is the only thing. And what motivates me is that how I am improving, because my first video and my today's video is like
Mm.
drastic improvement, right? So I like this part and I like the process and this progress.
Yeah, I can relate with you totally. I mean, I feel like freezed whenever I'm trying to, write something.
Yeah.
I have been writing my videos. I record videos about my books, about the books I'm reading. So it's a long process. You write about it, and now you have to speak in front of a camera. So it's a big deal. And then editing too, right?
Yes.
Editing is I think, the most difficult thing to do for me, especially for me. It takes so much time.
Well,
So
one thing I
again,
believe, one thing I want to mention
yeah,
here, that because we have this mindset, because we are thinking that okay, it's recording and the recording session is going on, I am live,
yeah,
that kind of thing, that just like fluctuate our progress and the way we speak.
of
But in
course.
general, it's very
Hmm.
common thing. We just like video call we do with our friends, family members, right? So it's just that. But still, because of the spotlight effect, I can say we feel so, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's because of the feedback, right? I mean, internet is such a place where you can get positive feedback, but I'm very scared of what people are going to say about me. Nobody says anything. I put these videos on my friends groups, so they haven't said anything. I was kind of hesitant by what they are going to say, and they didn't say anything. They were even supportive to me. Roshan, go on, do it. We are here for you. So the thing is that in our head, it's going that what people are going to think about us, but nobody gives us it, right?
Yeah.
So
Indeed.
my another question is related to your journey. Have you ever faced a kind of criticism regarding your language? And feedback is very important, as you are also a tutor. So feedback is very important, right?
Yeah.
If you are speaking and if you are feedback is the most important thing. I believe that if somebody is not here to correct you, you will not improve. So how do you do that, and how did you especially receive your feedbacks in the beginning?
Okay. Well, I believe that mistakes are part of journey, and if you're making mistake, that means you're learning something. So it's not like a
Yeah.
perfect, like a tutor or something. There is always a room for improvement, and every day you have to learn. And if I talk about the
Mm,
criticism, so that is not something. I mean, I don't think so that people are just criticizing too much, and that is not like they are like very much comfortable, and people comment, and
mm,
mostly they appreciate. So you can say the 90 to 95% people they just appreciate, and for 5 to 4 5
mm.
people, I mean, who cares? I mean, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm scared of that meme culture. What if somebody is going to take my videos out of context and they are going to meme the hell out of it? So I'm scared of that part.
Like
Are you
this.
are you aware of memes and the meme culture on the internet?
Yes, I'm aware about it, but of course, as you are, you know that you're doing right thing. So the thing is that
Yeah.
it's just okay. Let's see. I mean, you first of all you have to be very mindful while speaking, and you're good to go, I believe.
No, no, no. I know that, but still people take some of the videos out of context. They will cut that rest of the part and they will use a particular section to meme the hell out of it. So I'm scared of that one.
I can say that if you will continuously think about the people and everything, that will hamper
No,
your
no.
progress only.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I think in our last session, which we did for your channel, I talked about my mindset. I'm a very pessimistic guy. I can't look at the positive sector of it. It's
Ah,
always that negativity, negativity. I've been working on it.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
regarding your journey as a YouTuber,
Hmm.
how do you think creativity is important, especially in the context of teaching somebody, creativity and teaching? Because nowadays you will find tons of videos on the internet, especially on YouTube. People are
Agree.
just trying to be teacher, or they put themselves and give a tag of teacher, right? So how much creativity is important?
Well, I'm not tagging myself a teacher. I just, like whoever approached me for sessions and for one-on-one classes, I help them, and especially
Hmm.
I take
Yeah.
one-on-one sessions. The thing is that how I, how I form like a complete session of 40 minute or 30 minute, whatever it is. Make sure it
Mm,
should be engaging with a particular topic, and there should
mm,
be some idioms, phrases, and some storytelling, you can say, or
yeah,
picture description. There are so many activities you can do in the session that will just that will
it-
help you and your learner to engage and to speak or to explore this language.
yeah. So it's all, your main theme is this language, right?
Yeah, I just like to play with the words, and it's so amazing to learn new words, new ways of speaking.
Mm,
And if you're learning this, make sure to immerse yourself
mm.
completely, what I believe.
Yeah, this is what I also tell my students. As I told you earlier, I work in a school, and I'm going to ask them to watch this video. I always talk about listening, speaking, writing,
And reading.
and LSWR and reading. Yeah, all those four components, basic components of a language. And I tell them to surround themselves with each of those things. You
Exactly.
just cannot eliminate one thing and emphasis on a single particular one. So how have in the beginning of your journey, how did you surround yourself? Because we are from India and we hardly get a chance to speak with our neighbors or even in our surrounding. Apart
Yeah.
from our school or colleges, you won't find any places where we can just communicate and express ourselves selves in this language.
Well, as it is time
So
of digitalization, right? I mean, everything is on digital, and you can have buddies, you can talk online with people and from another
mm,
country. So the thing is that you have to create the environment. If you have decided that you want to learn this language, don't make a single excuse,
mm,
because it is time. If you have your phone and you have internet connection, you're good to go. You can learn any skill and you can master it by putting efforts. So that is the only thing. And same thing with me also. I used to join WhatsApp groups, and I used to approach people, mailing and all. And that's how I found some of the really good speakers. And this is how, practice is the only thing. And every time you have to put effort, you have to take the initiative, as you have made up your mind for something.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's very important. Practice and finding partners and all. Just surround yourself.
Yeah. Nobody is going to do it for you.
So
You
which
are the only person. If you have
yeah, yeah, you have to.
decided, go for
Mm.
it.
You have to be conscious of your artificial environment and have to be consistent with it.
Yeah, exactly. You say, what are the
And which was
difficulties
your
you have
favorite?
faced as of now? Sorry?
Me, yeah, I wanted to ask a question, but I will answer it. My thing is that I have never been interested in exploring and approaching people, right? This is new for me.
Yeah.
I have started to do this now, but I've always been engaged in watching movies, reading books, and I'm fond of stories. I love stories more than anything. Even more than real life people. I just, I'm not. I'm the middle one. I love being in my room. I love hanging out with people. But if I had to choose one, I always pick a book or something to watch. And because of that thing, I was able to learn this language. It was never a conscious decision that today I'm going to learn this thing. Today I'm going to learn that thing. But when I was in class 12, I realized that this cannot continue. So I made some conscious decision that I need to learn grammar. If I was never good at studies, so I chose English, and I'm just going to graduate this year. So
Oh,
now that uh, I have taught myself grammar and the ways of teaching. I have to take classes, so I make sure that I'm being creative enough and serious enough to provide them things they need to learn. It's not that just do this, just do that, right? Like our teachers used to do when we were in class 5 or 6 standard. But I think teaching had changed a lot over the period, right? And especially with the coming of internet.
yeah. Well, as you're a teacher, so you can, understand, because uh, like, especially as a teacher, you have the mindset that,
Mm.
okay, there is something to learn. I'm not perfect. You have this mindset. You
Yeah.
automatically,
Hmm.
just set this in your mind that I am not good enough. I have to do more. There is a lot more to improve, lot more to learn. Because if you are, learning something, if you're trying to polish something, uh, so
Mm.
your mindset is like this.
Yeah, of course. When you are teaching something, you are always able to find a gap. Let's say
Yeah.
I'm teaching them how to communicate, and when they ask the most simple question and I'm not able to answer them, I try to fill it with something from my experience, right? And then I do my research that how could I have answered it in a different manner. So you are able to find your gaps when you are teaching. I think this is very helpful, especially in not just in context of learning a language but anything else in regards of learning. So what I wanted to ask earlier was, which was your favorite thing to do apart from those four components LSWR? Which was your favorite activity to do?
Well, these are, you can say, four pillars of learning a language, and yeah, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And I like most the reading, sorry, the listening part, because you're consuming,
Yeah,
and it's like very much
yeah,
convenient for you. But except this, I
mm,
must say that like whenever you encounter new words, new vocabulary, just try to research about that particular word and how you can use it. And when you use new words and you inculcate in new vocabulary, and that is something which is amazing, right?
yeah. It is fascinating. But you have to be interested. People lose their interest once they start facing difficulties. They think that it is just they think that they can learn it within a month. But I think it takes
No, no.
forever. You have to be consistent. You have to be
Yeah.
always. Uh, Yeah, and do you see any changes in yourself when you had started and where you are right now? The process. I'm asking about how you were doing things in your when you were a beginner and now where you are at. Do you see any changes in your learning approaches?
Well, definitely. I mean, incredible, if like improvement, I can say, because
Hmm.
not only about this language, but the way I speak, the way I interact, and the way I maintain myself while talking. So I
Hmm.
can see the progress, and I like this, and I always want to polish this for a really long time. That's what.
Yeah. So let's talk something else. I think we have discussed enough about your journey, right? So what about your entertainment sector? How do you like to entertain yourself?
Okay, my entertainment sector. Well, I am, I'm fond of dancing. I really like to dance because it's such a refreshing.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
except this, yeah, going for a walk, that just make me so like calm and composed, I can say. And
Hmm.
yeah, I'm very very much cautious about my health. Uh, make sure to do workout every day, and just uh, just work on yourself. That's what. And I like how
So
this is something. It's amazing. I mean, I enjoy my company the most. Just to work on myself. That's
yeah.
what I can say.
So you are on that journey of self improvement, and you are always keeping. And so do you keep a track of yourself, that where you were and where you are right now?
Indeed, I always track my progress. I mean, in my walls, if you can see here, yeah,
Yeah.
something is like, I always stick right there if I'll complete my task. Some of the most, MITs you can say, like every day you have to do it. And apart from this, like I have to track my day because sometimes sessions, listening, reading, writing, and
Hmm.
sometimes my college work, maybe study, assignment, and all, you can say. So you
Hmm.
have to track it because in order to do the most, you have to track your progress.
Yeah. What about journaling? Do you write? I
Yes,
mean,
I
write for yourself?
yes. Before, I
Yeah.
mean, it's such an amazing thing. Sometimes I miss, but I try to I try to do journaling every day, and it's such amazing because you
Hmm.
reflect your thoughts, your ideas, and whatever going on in your mind.
So, my next question too is related to writing.
Okay.
Apart from journaling, do you ever write, something for yourself, or just in general, do you write? And what's your process of writing? If
Well,
you write them,
I can say I'm a planner. Uh, I like to plan
yeah.
things out like as this week.
Hmm.
I mostly do monthly planning. Okay, yesterday I also plan about my today this month as it is 1st of September.
Yeah.
So I like to plan and
Hmm.
I like to see. the not the like results, but the the process and how what I was and what I am in case of anything,
Yeah.
health, English, my whatever work I'm doing, maybe related to YouTube, something different. I like that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. I feel that you are a very positive person. You are always thinking and looking at the positive side of things, right?
Yeah, we have to be positive, right? Because so that the positive, your vibe is positive, and you will surround yourself. Make sure to surround yourself with positive people, and that is what I focus
Yeah.
on.
And what about your friends? Do they speak in English or what?
Not generally. I mean, very rarely. Rarely, in very rare cases, they don't like. I mean, they're very much comfortable in our mother tongue.
Nobody likes to talk in English, right? Yeah. Of course, of course. So, what? How much time do we have?
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 3 minutes, right? As you said.
Okay, yeah. Let's conclude this session, and I want you to give some suggestions to my listeners, to my viewers, and
Oh my God.
yeah, just
Okay, well, when it comes to suggestions, I'm not a certified trainer. Well, I'm also in the learning journey. But what I believe that every time, just uh, it first of all, this session was incredible. It was really fruitful sessions, and I really enjoyed your questions, the way you host this session, and seriously, just
yeah.
I mean,
Thank you.
uh, make uh, make sure to be consistent as you have started this journey. And yeah,
Hmm.
that's amazing. I mean, I can say. And if I talk about the feedbacks, as a learner, you can say I always believe that consistency is the only thing. Everyone say that do practice, but it is the only solution to improve or to master any skill. So that is it from my side.
Yeah, it is. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to our future sessions. Thank you for joining me.
For sure. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.